Okay, another session, Martignal Beach. We got to get ready for this Defi. Now, it's not quite Defi conditions. A bit like the last video, you know, it's not windy enough to be Defi conditions, but there's plenty of wind. I've got the 6.0 VMAX rigged again, so same sail, same board, so 116 litre, 71 wide board, and a 37, you know, full carbon slalom fin by Gas Oil. I have made some changes though this time, so we're testing out 3 things. What are we testing? We are testing this, yes, the Liberty harness. If you've seen the previous video, it's like a combo harness. It's like a low waist harness. It's got this thing down the bottom which helps it stay under your arse, so in theory it's like a high seat harness or a low waist harness. So we're going to test that out again, because for long reaches it's way more comfortable, but I just want to do a little bit extra. And then we're testing out these bad boys. Can you see that? So these are, well, they are crazy actually, because they go all the way to something like friggin' 50, which is ridiculous. They really are. They're actually foiling harness lines, so they've got a clam cleat, and like I said, you can easily adjust them. These are by Lisa Windsurfing. Lisa Windsurfing also make carbon booms, and they also do the end cleat thing. I haven't got one in here, but on my race sails I've got like this twist lock system, which is really good. I'll try and drop one in the video. And also another thing I'm doing, I don't know if you can see, but I've rigged up it on an SDM mast. So last time I took the VMAX, which is a no cam sail, I rigged it on an RDM, which is nice, I won't lie, because I've already got one. It's my wave sails. But this time I've rigged it on the SDM, which is a standard diameter mast. Obviously RDM is a reduced diameter mast. I think they've even got an MDM, but you don't see many of them, a medium diameter mast. But anyway, this is rigged on like the standard SDM mast, so a bit thicker. And I know when I'm slalom racing, I do like the feel of SDM mast. So that's the setup. We're going to give it a go. Obviously got the Insta360 camera on here. We're going to just whack that on the mast. And I don't know if you just saw in the video then, but we've got so much weed. Like, there is, Martignal has never been like this. Like last summer, the first time we saw like this seaweed, and yeah, it's just not normal. I'm not used to it since I've been here, which is like 5 years. It's the first time, last summer was the first time we saw it. Sorry about that, it's a bit loud, this mount. Yeah, like I said, so I've got to climb over the seaweed, which is slightly odd. Oof. What? I mean, I am literally up to my knees in seaweed, which is horrendous. Oh my God. Like, I would love them to come with a digger and just move it all, because I mean, well, it's just not nice. It gets everywhere. There's not so much on the water by the looks of it. And I did hear a story, because like I said, it just sort of came out of nowhere. A few people told me, and I don't know if this is correct, they said that during COVID there was some Japanese boats that got stuck in Cadiz or down in Spain, and they think that this weed was coming off the boat. So when they were cleaning the boats and it was going into the water, this is the sort of outcome. And it's obviously a very powerful weed, and it's obviously took like hold very quickly, and it's overpowered the other stuff, and now they're sort of coming up with ways to try and combat it by introducing other ones. Again, is it a load of rubbish, that story? I don't actually know, but that's what I got told. So let me know in the comments below if you've heard anything different. So let's see. Like I said, 6.0 VMAX, no cam. We're trying out a few things. I don't know if it's set up right, but straight on. I mean, we're only forecast 12 to 14 knots today. Well, I think we got a bit more than that. Woo! Yeah. Oh, that looks perfect, actually. I tell you what, let's drive before we drive into a hole here. Yeah, I tell you what, Martignal is such a good summer spot. Sun's out, flat water, like I said, 12 to 40 knots of wind. We've got this Liberty harness. I've got long lines at the moment. Well, short, oh shit. Oh God, yeah, okay, so that's very easy to adjust, but also almost too easy. I need to put a better knot on there, shorten them up. Let's have a go here. And go down into the speed corner. Oh, this feels like the summer is back. Oh, into a hole. Okay. I just need to sort a few things out. So, all right, let's go. First impressions, what we got. Got the GPS on as well. I didn't tell you, but I've already started the GPS. Oh, this feels good. I've got some pretty long lines on here. Like I said, they are kind of foiling lines. Woo! Yeah. Oh, this feels very comfortable. This is like such a classic martingale summer day. Summer's come early. Yeah, I like this. I do like this. You're probably thinking, Ben, what do you like? I like, yeah, I like this setup. Okay, so let me talk you through what I'm feeling. So, oh, okay, big gust here. This is like one of the little windy parts of Martingale right on the other end. Getting a bit loose, boys and girls. Okay, let's recoup just for a second. Do I have the GPS on? Yes, I do. Okay, that's good to know. I don't really know how it works because I haven't got the speed setting on. But anyway, so first impressions. The Liberty harness, feeling very, very comfortable in this. You know, when I tried it on the channel last time, I kind of just got it, so it was a bit tougher. I've used it a few times since, and it's softened up, and now it does feel way more comfortable. I've actually, obviously, like I said before, yes, sorry, let me just concentrate for a second. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is good, this is good. This is definitely material, this, in terms of like harness wise. So yeah, it's a low waist harness, high seat. The good thing is it doesn't ride up, and you're not sitting totally like a seat harness. You're still using a bit of that back support, and it just feels just really comfortable. You know, you're not putting any strain on your back. When a waist harness kind of slips up, you feel it really bad in your back, especially, you know, when you're doing 10k and the DefiWind. I have got pretty long lines, like I said before, and that does make a difference. You know, I'm able to get my arse out, get down, get comfortable. You know, it is definitely working. We'll give them a wave. We didn't get a wave back. Oh, no, blown out. Also, the mast. Let's talk through the mast. There is something, and I don't know what it is, but SDM masts just feel solid. The way they react, the sort of, I don't know what the right word is, you know, how quickly you get the mast to kind of come back at you. I'll think of the word in a minute. It just feels right. Makes the sail feel very solid. There's obviously less, especially on like a no-cam sail like this, there's less sort of spare loft material. So you get you get more of a solid feeling. Well, I do anyway. I'm liking the feel of this SDM. It feels very solid. Don't get me wrong, the RDM feels great, but yeah, this maybe feels a bit more slalom-like. Look at this, Martin-Yao. And just met someone on the beach here, and we were chatting, and they were like, why is there so little people here? I don't know. It's crazy. Look at it. Sun's out, flat water. This is a 12 to 14 knot forecast, and I am absolutely flying on a 6-meter no cam and a 71Y slalom board. Look at this. This is when this harness feels great. I'm just sitting in it, squeezing it out. And we get into the hole here. This is the Martin-Yao hole because we're quite high up now, and you have to ride it out, sit on that leeward rail, get the board railing, keep your weight on top of the board, kind of ride through it, and then you come out the other side into these gusts here. And the idea is now we run it all the way to the beach, and then we have that little like speed run here. Like, these are where the big gusts come. This is like the funnel section of Martin-Yao. Harness lines at the moment feeling great, but we'll have a play with them in a minute. So we've got a lot going on in this session. Big gust, hopefully. No, we've got a hole. There we go. Into a hole. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. Okay, so shall we talk you through the harness lines? So as I said, these are, you know, realistically these are foiling harness lines. So why are they foiling harness lines? Well, just because of the actual length differences. So from the shortest to the maximum, like I put these on the max. Look at this. This is, I don't know if you can see it, but this is absolutely insane. Put my arm in, I can fit 2 of my forearms into my lines like this on this big setting. But I mean, you know, foilers will tell you they need them. You know, the top guys in the world are racing and competing and doing stuff with this length of lines. Let's do a run on the longest setting. I mean, it keeps your rig up, right? It really helps you keep your arse and your hips out. I mean, it's, you know, a little bit too long because you struggle, but if you are, you know, riding with very, very short lines, sail with these for a bit like this, and you will understand how to sail with longer lines. And then my sort of tip to you would be slowly pull them in, because longer lines in certain conditions, I need to change the knot on these so I can grab it easier, but longer lines in certain conditions, and we're talking overpowered, you know, crazy ballistic or, you know, very hard conditions, getting your arse out here, getting your weight out board gives you way more leverage over the rig, and you can counteract it. Also, you're not getting pulled around, especially the lightweights. You know, it's very easy. And there, you can shorten them like that. Now we've got massive lines, but they feel short. And now if I pull them into what is probably 32s, 34s, they still feel short now after riding with them absolutely bonkers long. So, you know, and you're probably thinking, well, surely, you know, other lines can do that, and they probably can, but how you can adjust these, how quickly, you know, with a clam cleat, look at that, to the shortest, to the longest. You've got to be careful that you don't come it out like that, because, you know, you need a better knot than I've got on these at the moment. It's very hard to pull it because I've only got a single knot, so some sort of stopper would be better. But I used to use these style of lines back in the old Olympic days, because you need shorter lines for going upwind on the rail, maybe longer on the reaches, but just having that ease of changing them. Foilers, I think, are going to love them, but as I'm showing you now, also working on the fin. Maybe you have to be a bit careful on the board because they do have a metal clam cleat, But you know, usually with the height of the boom in slalom, it's not resting really on the board anyway, in terms of water starts and stuff. So I don't think it's going to be a problem. But I'll tell you what, this setup is feeling great. I have no clue how fast we're going, but we'll soon find out. I've got the lines very long at the moment, keeping my body weight out, keeping the rig upright, trying to ride out these holes. Really, we want to get the lay down in, don't we? But I'm going into a hole here. It's going to struggle. Yeah, there's a little bit of a hole there today due to the angle of the wind. Well, let's see if I can see how fast we're going. I tried a different setting on the watch today, which has not really been very helpful. But I'll tell you what, I'll put it on the screen afterwards. I think that's probably the best thing to do. I'll put it the speeds on the screen just to give you an idea. They won't be that fast, you know. I'm on a no-cam sail, for heaven's sake. You know, it's a bit gusty, but I would imagine in the sort of low 30s we should be hitting quite easily after looking at what we did the other day. So yeah, there we go. That's how to, well, that's my first impressions, or second or third impressions, or first impressions from this session of the Liberty harness. I think this is going to be a game changer for any guys that are doing kind of longer distance and like that higher hook of a waist harness, but want the, you know, the seating comfort where it doesn't ride up. The SDM mast, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, because I think it definitely changes. With a cambered sail, maybe it's a bit different because you've got the tension of the loft being taken out by the cambers, but I think with a raft sail like this, there's definitely a more secure, slalomy feel with that SDM mast. It's not necessarily, is there much speed difference? I don't know, but just in terms of feel, feels very solid and locked. And then obviously the harness lines, as I just showed you before, you can really have a little play with these. And if you're going through different areas of a course where you might want a smaller line and then it gets ballistic halfway through the race and you want to adjust, yeah, these are probably one of the better on the market at the moment from what I've been. I mean, they did send me these lines, so I'm not maybe 100% unbiased. You know, I didn't actually pay for them, but I'll be honest, I was going to buy a set of these style of harness lines. I saw these come up, they looked like they ticked the boxes, so I just gave them a shout, and luckily enough they sent me some, so that's pretty cool. Alright, well, I hope you're all having a good week. There's not much wind on the forecast the next few days, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to get out before the DefiWind, but let me know what you want to see in the video. Stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, and I might put some behind the scenes stuff on the Ben Profit YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed to that, subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one. I'm going to take this gust all the way home. Whoa. Hey.